It was a cool and windy afternoon in San Francisco as the Padres get ready to open up a 9-game home road trip here in San Francisco against the Giants. Game one of a series between the Padres and the Giants here at AT Park. Angel Pagan, you remember him. He's been hot as of late, swinging a good bat. So is Matt Kemp, and he's been doing so all season long and all career against the San Francisco Giants. Welcome to AT Park, San Francisco, California. Game one of a 3-game series between the Padres and the Giants. Both of these teams playing some really good baseball right now. With Mark Grant, I'm Jesse Agler. We love pitching matchups. We love talking about pitching. And tonight is a really, really fun one. And let's start with the Padres starter, Tyson Ross.
On paper, Jesse, this has got a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel written all over it. If both pitchers are on their game, we should see just that. And for Tyson Ross, the 28-year-old is making his 6th start. Last time against the San Francisco Giants, 6 innings, 5 hits, only 3 earned runs. He struck out 8. Now, in that game, he walked 4, but only 2 scored. The walks have been up. These Giants, they can hit some mistakes. If Tyson Ross is on his game, he could take care of Pagan, Belt, and Posey. Those are the big three. They're hitting over 300, 350 against Tyson Ross. If he can contain those 3 hitters, he should have a pretty good night.
Yeah, that was a nice win for him. Madison Bumgarner, meanwhile, in that series, struggled big time against these Padres.
He did, and Madison Bumgarner was quoted after that game saying he was working around his pitches. He's got a low 3/4 arm delivery, but he's got quite a resume. This 25-year-old, April 11th at San Diego, this is the damage that they did to him. 3 innings pitched. He threw 79 pitches. You talk about the Padre hitters hitting mistakes. That's exactly what they did. They got the ball up. They took some good, healthy swings. They took him deep into the count. So they saw a lot. You can see the frustration on Madison Bumgarner's face. Hopefully, we'll see that same action because the Padres have been swinging the bats extremely well lately.
Yeah, they really have. And not only are they swinging the bats well, but they are hitting the ball a long way when they connect. When we come back, we'll talk about some of those long balls. Home runs all over the place against the Rockies over the weekend. Padres and Giants coming up from AT&T. It's coming up. Good weekend for both of these teams. San Francisco sweeping the Angels here at AT&T Park, and the Padres, they took care of business at home against the Colorado Rockies. And so now we look forward and we move on to tonight's game, the first of three between these two teams here in San Francisco. Mark Grant, Justin Upton has been really, really fun to watch.
Hey, Justin Upton,
yes.
What's the first thing, Jess, you think about when you think of him as a hitter?
Pull power, man.
Pull power is it. But you know what? The last three games versus Colorado, 7 for 12, 583. Look where these balls are being hit. Right center field, center of the diamond, breaking ball. Usually right-handed pull power guys are going to pull that ball. He uses the large part of the diamond, right center to left center field, and crushing mistakes. And Jesse, when they make mistake middle in, oh yeah, he'll take it to the deepest part of the ballpark. That is one thing that Justin Upton does. 7 home runs. He's batting fourth. Hopefully, 3 guys before him get on base and do some damage against these Giants early on in the game.
Yeah, you saw those numbers over the weekend against Colorado. Just sensational all weekend long at Petco Park. Giants, meanwhile, they did something cool yesterday. They hit home runs to start the game. Back-to-back, first hitter, second hitter in the bottom of the first. That's something they have not done in a long time.
You would think with the tradition of the Giants and the hitters that they've had at the top line, this would happen more often. But Aoki, a guy who is a slap hitter, he likes to maybe take some walks at times. Panic, a number 2 hitter who likes to spray the ball and uses his bat to go all types of the fields, right? Well, 391 for Aoki, 348 for Panic, hitting home runs. They're spraying the ball all over the place. So this team is doing pretty darn good at the 1-2 spot for the San Francisco Giants.
They did it yesterday against Jared Weaver. In 1964, it was against Bob Gibson, like we said, a long time ago. Getting ready for first pitch here in San Francisco. When we come back, we'll hear from the guy that is really the story of the day for a lot of Padre fans. Austin Hedges, one of the team's top prospects, has been called up, and he is here in San Francisco.
In the clubhouse today, Austin Hedges, one of the top prospects for the Padres in El Paso, was batting .324, was with the Chihuahuas yesterday in Sacramento when he got the news for his first big league call-up. And as always, Chihuahuas manager Pat Murphy had a little fun with it.
I was on the bus ready to go to Fresno. We're about to bus there, and one of our trainers came on and said, Hedgie, you get into trouble last night? What were you doing? I was like, no, I swear. I was in my room, didn't do anything. And he's like, you sure? What were you doing at 1 o'clock last night? I was like, I swear, man, I was in bed. And then I'm looking outside the bus window, and Murph's talking to a couple guys I've never seen before. They didn't look like cops or anything, but something was up. And then they came onto the bus, and they're like, "Hey man, are you Austin?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "So what happened last night? I know you got into trouble. Something was going on." I was like, "No, I swear, like nothing happened." I'm yelling at my roommate, like, "Hey man, like, can you vouch for me? Like, tell him nothing happened. We were asleep." They said, "We're gonna you're gonna need to step off the bus. We need to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh no." And so I go to the front of the bus, about to leave, and they're like, "You know what? We're just messing with you. You're going to the big leagues." And so it was a whirlwind of emotions and pretty crazy. It took a while to sink in because I was pretty rattled.
So not a lot of sleep last night for Austin Hedges, but all smiles today as Pat Murphy's stepped up his game. Meanwhile, it's a battle between the streaks as the Padres try and make it 4 in a row as they just keep on winning up in the Bay Area. We've got first pitch coming up on Fox Sports San Diego.
Tyson Ross and Madison Bumgarner in the City by the Bay. First of 3 between the Padres and the Giants. Welcome back to AT&T Park with Mark Grant and Chris Budden. I'm Jesse Agler. It is a little cool and definitely windy here tonight as the Padres get ready to come out to bat against Madison Bumgarner. San Diego's lineup brought to you by Toyota. Will Myers is leading off. Derek Norris gets the start, so we'll have to wait for Austin Hedges' big league debut. You see Yangervis Solarte at first base. Jed Jerko hit the homer yesterday. He starts at second. Clint Varmus in against the left-handed starter. And Yonder Alonso, a name and a guy to keep an eye on certainly after that hit by pitch in yesterday's game.
Yeah, he got hit in a very sensitive spot right in the shoulder blade, and we'll have to keep an eye on him. And with Madison Bumgarner, Verizon Wireless Scouting Report. The cutter, the slider down and into righties, and he has to stay on top of the ball. We talked about that. His last start, he was not, and the Padres made him pay. 79 pitches in 3 innings.
5 runs, 10 hits that day in San Diego. The 25-year-old gets ready to face Will Myers, and we are underway on a Monday night at AT&T, and Myers swings at the first pitch, fouling it back. You know all about the Padres' success in the first inning. 26 runs scored in the opening frame, and Will Myers has been in the middle of it more times than not, it seems.
It's their most prolific inning, 1 through 9. It's a great way to, it's a great 1, 2, 3, 4 punch with Kemp and Upton, 3 and 4.
Certainly been a big part of it as well. Myers leads all of baseball in runs scored as he takes a pitch away, 1-1.
Boy, how different here in San Francisco. This is something that's not different. Seeing a Tony Gwynn fan, we see it everywhere we go. But you got the long sleeve sweaters, you got the Dickies out for these players, not like San Diego where it's 80 degrees.
That one is hit over to third base. Casey McGee throws it away, and Myers is going to advance to second base. Brandon Belt could not make the catch over at first, and what looked like a routine ground ball to third base allows Will Myers to end up on second.
Huge mistake for the Giants. They're going to rule that an error. E5. And for Casey McGee, we take a look. He had plenty of time. Crow hopped, squared himself up, just worked underneath it a little bit. Well, you know, it looked like a very catchable ball at first base for Brandon Belt, although they're going to hang that error on McGee.
Yeah, Belt almost looked like he got stuck on the bag.
That's going to be his 9th miscue. I'm sorry, take that back. 5th error. 5th for the third sacker, Casey McGee.
Came over to San Francisco this year after winning National League Comeback Player of the Year honors last season in Miami. He's Derek Norris in the 2-hole. And he takes a breaker for a called strike from Bumgarner, 0-1.
Boy, if the Padres can put up a crooked number here early, take advantage of that error. And you talk about Upton, Kemp, right? 3-4, Kemp, Upton. Yeah, these hitters, 1 and 2, they're going to see some good pitches to hit.
See that 337 average for Derek Norris. That leads the team. He's had success in his career against Bumgarner. 6 for 11 against the Giants starter. The 6 hits tied for the most he's had against any pitcher he's faced in his brief big league career.
Bumgarner throws a low 3/4, so I would imagine as a right-handed hitter, you really get a good chance to see that baseball out of the hand. Some pitchers hide that pitch right behind them, comes really quickly out from the back of their head. Not Bumgarner. He's extended all the way out towards the first base side.
Norris, like Myers, seems to have been in the middle of it whenever the Padres have had success so far this season. And they certainly had success against Bumgarner on April 11th at Petco Park. Worst start of the year for the World Series MVP. 1-2 and another foul ball outside of third. Quite a season for Madison Bumgarner last year. Successful regular season campaign, 18-10 with a 2.98 ERA, and then just the unbelievable postseason. A 1.03 ERA in the playoffs, and in the World Series, 0.43.
One of the best performances of all time. Still only 25 years old. Quite a resume for the young left-hander.
All-Star in 2013 and last year. The NLCS MVP last year, the World Series MVP, and yeah, to be that age, and like Buster Posey, 3 rings, not bad. 1-2 to Norris. Nice stop by Posey.
And a nice layoff by Derek Norris. Believe me, Madison Bumgarner's looking over there on deck. He knows that Matt Kemp is waiting there. And Derek Norris has the patience to where he will take a ball out of the zone. Hey, he'll take a walk. Pass it on to Matt Kemp.
With the amount of power in this order, particularly in the top half. Tough to pitch around these Padres this year, and that's been reflected in the run scoring. 2-2 is outside. Fastball misses in a full count, 3-2 to Derek Norris. A couple of teams both coming in hot, but a couple of teams who have sort of accomplished it differently. Padres behind Buddy Black have been scoring a lot of runs, hitting long balls, hitting well with runners in scoring position. San Francisco struggling in all those categories, but pitching well. Myers hung up between second and third, and he'll be tagged out by the second baseman, Panic. Hard ground ball. Will Myers trying to go second to third, and they cut him down on the base paths.
He didn't beat the ball. Did not beat the ball. What I mean by that is if he can beat that ball and go behind him, watch. See this ball? It's in front of him. He needs to wait until that ball gets behind him. If he can beat it, it's behind him. That's when you go to third base. That ball was in front of him. That's a no-no. And he knows that.
So 1 out and a runner on first after the fielder's choice. And here is Matt Kemp. Big numbers so far this season. One of a handful of Padre players with that batting average over 300. And And he takes the first pitch fastball outside from Bumgarner.
You know, you can understand the aggressiveness, right? The aggression that you want to take to get that extra 90 feet to get to third base, but just a little overly aggressive there from Will Myers, not beating that baseball to the shortstop.
Bumgarner checks on Norris and floats one outside to Kemp. 2-0. Seen the Padres run into some outs on the base paths so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Black is watched as they've been aggressive.
And that's frustrating because now the double play's in order, right? You stay at second base, runner in scoring position. Kemp is up. You've got Upton on deck. No double play in order.
Definitely a different situation.
And then Will could not get caught in that pickle long enough, enabling, right, Derek Norris to get to second base. So it works in the Giants' favor. Keeping the ball away from him.
Kemp takes strike 2.
That's that little cut fastball. Slider, if you want to call it that, from Madison Bumgarner.
Kemp has more hits and runs against the Giants than any other active player. A lot of games, of course, between LA and San Francisco, and that continues now that he's a member of the San Diego Ball Club. 2-2 coming from Bumgarner, and it's hit foul. Padres, as we mentioned, sweeping the Rockies over the weekend, an 8-6 win yesterday, 4-2 on Saturday, and 14-3 on Friday. 26 runs in the 3-game sweep. They had scored 25 runs in their previous 8 games. Trying to keep the bats going here in San Francisco, which is still not one of the most hospitable run-scoring environments in baseball. 2-2 down by the feet. And a full count to Matt Kemp, who was hit by a pitch twice in yesterday's game. One of the great scenes in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, Death Valley out in right center field. 421. A lot of nooks and crannies out there in right field with that auxiliary scoreboard. A lot of edges to work with, and then pretty symmetrical when you go from left field to center. See the dimensions here at AT&T Park.
3-2 to Kemp, swung on and missed. First strikeout of the night for Madison Bumgarner. As we take a look at the San Francisco defense, brought to you by Renovation Realty. Bumgarner out on the hill. McGee at third. You saw charged with the air. Brandon Crawford at short. Joe Panik and Brandon Belt on the right side of the infield. In the outfield, Aoki, Pagan, and Maxwell with Buster Posey behind the plate. 2 outs, runner on first, Justin Upton. Quite a day yesterday for the Padre left fielder. 3 for 4, 2-run homer, couple of doubles. And he leads the Padres in home runs and runs batted in.
You know, Jesse, the ball doesn't jump off his bat. It explodes off his bat. It's incredible.
Came in a little bit of a reputation as a full power hitter.
Yep.
Well, we've seen him hit the ball to center with authority a couple of times already, and he seems to be enjoying hitting at Petco. Big slew one, and it's popped up shallow center field. Panik going out, Pagan coming in, and the center fielder Pagan makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Padres got a little bit of help on an error, but no score. San Francisco. Starting lineup for Bruce Bochy's San Francisco Giants, brought to you by Hyundai. Aoki and Panic got it going in a hurry yesterday. Back-to-back home runs to open the game. Angel Pagan has been their best offensive player this year. Brandon Crawford continuing to contribute with home runs. And in between, a bunch of guys trying to get going. For all the success the Padres have had scoring runs, for all the success the Padres have had with men in scoring position, not the case for San Francisco, and hopefully Tyson Ross keeps that going.
And he has the location of the two-seamer and that slider. The 28-year-old making his 6th start. Smooth out the mechanics. We talked about that in the pregame show. And when he's on, a lot of swings and misses.
Took the loss his last time out against Houston on Tuesday. Allowed 4 runs in 5 innings as he delivers a fastball called strike to Nori Aoki. 0-1. For Tyson in that game, just a couple of walks. That was encouraging, and the 9 strikeouts. 1 strike pitch to Aoki is grounded to second base. That's Jed Jerko tonight. 1 away. Padres defensively behind Tyson Ross tonight is brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Clint Barmas getting the start at shortstop. Will Middlebrooks back in after the day off yesterday. Jan Hervis Solarte at first, so some mixing and matching on the infield, but the 3 familiar faces out on the grass, Upton, Myers, and Kemp. Derek Norris, another start behind the plate. And great to see Jed Jerko get going offensively yesterday.
Had the home run, and according to Bud Black, 99.9% of the time you go deep, you're in the lineup the next day.
It was a shot. Jerko said he wasn't sure if he's ever hit a ball that far in his life. Joe Panic takes one just below the knees. 2-0 from Tyson Ross. Panic getting 293. The home run yesterday, just the 2nd of his career.
Yeah, about how we talked about Aoki and Panic. The only home runs, right? Back to back. And I forgot to mention, when I was talking about the 391 and the 348, that's the on-base percentage of Aoki and Panic. So well above what the average is, 330.
Couple of good table setters and a good play by Solarte. Nicely done. 2 gone. All right, Mark. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, contain Pagan, Belt, and Posey, because you're talking averages of 307, 350-ish, and over 400 for those 3 respectively. And get Bumgarner up in the strike zone. That happened last time. Padres took care of him. 79 pitches in 3 innings. They got to him early.
So far, so good. Couple of ground outs from Aoki and Panic, and here's Angel Pagan. He heard the boos that whole series in San Diego, and you see the numbers, a 343 average. He has really come alive as of late. Last week and a half has been outstanding for Pagan, but yeah, you remember, picked up a piece of gum, kind of flicked it at Derek Norris, who was none too pleased. This is that scoreless game with Craig Kimbrell on the mound, and Pagan and Norris would be separated a little bit, and well, he heard the boos the whole rest of the weekend. Grounds that one past Jerko into center field for a 2-out single. Pagan now in his last 9+ games hitting around 400.
Seeing the ball extremely well, and it looked like Tyson Ross flipped up a slider there. He wanted to backdoor it, and this one leaks middle in. Well, this is almost like a slap, almost like kind of feels for this ball. Way back, and just throws the head of that bat. Not really attacking, kind of feeling for that ball. And beating Jed Jerko at second base.
So a 2-out base runner for the catcher, Buster Posey. 283, 4 and 11. Traditionally, over the course of his career, he's hit the Padres really well, but they held him in check nicely that series back at Petco. And Ross delivers a fastball outside. Posey was just 3 for 13 in the 4 games in San Diego.
These are one of the top 3 I was talking about, Jesse, as far as Tyson Ross containing. 308 for a career against Tyson Ross.
Comes into tonight with a 7-game hit streak. And he takes outside, ball 2. Rookie of the Year 2010, National League MVP and batting champion in 2012. And like Madison Bumgarner, a 3-time world champion. 2-0 to Posey with Pagan running, low outside, throw down, goes into center field. And Jerko kind of landed on Pagan as he went up to try and field it. And he will show his displeasure by showing off his hair.
Like he jammed a finger or something there. Pretty good jump. Jed Jerko, the foot. Oh, there's nothing Jed can do right there. His left foot, Jed Jerko's left foot, hits the hand of Pagan.
So they'll take a look at that one. And of course, Pagan missed a massive chunk of last season, including the entire postseason run.
Third stolen base for Angel Pagan, and once again, nothing Jed Jerko could do there. He was going up for that throw. It just happened to Pagan have his left hand there into a spike.
Looks like they're going to try and clean it up. That Band-Aid wrapper in the wind, look out.
Yeah.
It looks like the middle finger. Pitch missed, and so it'll be a 3-0 count to Posey, runner on second. The boo-boo's taken care of, and Angel Pagan's on second base with 2 away. Posey seeing more and more time at first base, but he's catching tonight. Pagan's all right. And Tyson Ross returns to work. 3-0, swung on and missed. Buster Posey had the green light.
Can't blame him right there, right? A fastball looked like it was down the middle, but late movement. That ball just dipped down and in, and Posey swinging over the top of it. It's kind of like pick your poison, because on deck is Brandon Belt. Was hitting .357 off of Tyson Ross.
3-1. Posey swings and misses again, and now the count is full.
Tyson Ross has tremendous movement on that two-seam fastball. That was at 94, and the bottom just dropped right out of it.
There is Brandon Belt. 37 strikeouts this season for Tyson Ross, 6th highest total in the National League. James Shields leads the NL. The 3-2 to Posey, and he reaches for it, grounded to short. From Farmers, no problem. And the side is retired. Giants leave one in the first. No score after 1.
give you. Yonder Alonso tried testing out that shoulder after he got hit by a pitch yesterday right in the shoulder blade area. He was very sore before the game, tried taking some swings. Buddy Black said probably not likely they'd use him today unless they needed to defensively, but it's really the hitting that's a problem. Also, Joaquin Benoit, he's been upgraded from dead arm to cranky shoulder, in the words of Buddy Black. He had the one scoreless inning yesterday, played catch today. Will be available if they need him today.
That's outstanding news. Thank you, Chris Budden.
Medical expert.
Yeah.
No, that's official medical terminology, right?
Thank you, Chris.
That's in the textbook. Solarte starting at first with Alonso not in, and at shortstop Crawford a little bit of trouble but recovers. And Solarte grounds out for the first out here against Bumgarner in the second inning.
Well, Brandon Crawford's a good one over at shortstop, and he realized that he had plenty of time. He did not panic. He bobbled it a little bit. He realizes that Solarte does not have blazing speed, and to make it up with the difference, that gun he's got.
Jed Jerko, 2-run bomb as a pinch hitter in the sixth yesterday. And everybody, of course, hoping that that gets him going. Had a nice double over the weekend against the Rockies as well. And against the left-handed pitcher Bumgarner, he takes strike one. Mention left-handed because it's been okay versus lefty so far this year. 6 for 16. It's against right-handed pitching that Jerko's really struggled, and so you can expect him to continue to get some starts against the lefties, and against righties, we'll see.
And I'm anxious to see with Bumgarner throwing that breaking ball, if he leaves a mistake middle in, if Jed will be able to turn on that. If he goes down and away, try to take him to right center field or center field like he did in San Diego.
Swings and misses there. Nasty from Bumgarner, 1-2.
We're going to call that a curveball. That was 79. He throws that slider cutter, but that was a big breaker right there. So we'll call that the old curveball.
The number 2.
The deuce. Oh, here comes another one.
And Jerko can't hold up. Kerwin Danley rings him up. Second strikeout for Bumgarner. And 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Time now, Munt, for our Ram Trucks Tools of the Trade, which is going to focus on
Madison Bumgarner. Last time out against the Padres, he said he was working side to side. His delivery. Look at the glove of Buster Posey up, but it was down just a little bit and in. Elevated to Derek Norris. Look at the glove of Buster Posey. Down and in. Nuh-uh. On contact, outer third, and that's where the Padres made him pay. They did not miss mistakes that game.
No, they did. They jumped all over him, and it was great to see. Will Middlebrooks was certainly a part of that. 2 for 2 against Bumgarner in that game with a couple of RBI singles. It was the opening series at home for the Padres. And look at that. San Diego handling themselves very nicely against Mad Bum the last 3 times out. How about the average? 344? 7.07 ERA is not bad either.
22 knocks in 14 frames. That's a lot of base runners.
They've kept the carousel going against him. 1-1 to Middlebrooks is lifted into right field. Maxwell, though, going over, makes the catch. And that's a quick 1-2-3 second inning for Madison Bumgarner. We go bottom 2. Tyson Ross coming back. by Petco. What we feed them matters. And by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. AT&T Park, San Francisco. Padres and the Giants first of three. First game of a 9-game, 10-day road trip for San Diego. Tyson Ross dealing to Brandon Belt. Justin Maxwell, Casey McGee also due up for San Francisco here in the bottom of the second inning. Quick top of the second at the plate for the Pods against Madison Bumgarner. He needed just 9 pitches to get through the frame. As Ross hits with a slider, 1-1. Saw Brandon Belt only in the last game of the series at Petco in April. Played in 20 games so far this season. He taps that one foul. 1-2. Mark talked about it in the pregame show, Padres Live. Tyson Ross mechanically keeping an eye on that glove.
Well, right now, as you take a look, sure, he's only faced 4 hitters, this being the 5th. He seems like he's on target. Is that front side coming through? Sometimes it is, sometimes it doesn't. Like any pitcher with their mechanics, they can lose it. But how quickly can they rebound to the next pitch? Darren Ballsy, the pitching coach, says that Tyson very coachable. Oh, good pitch.
Two-seamer came back across the plate, just missing. And a full count, 3-2 to Brandon Belt.
Here's the motion of Tyson Ross. Watch the glove. Okay, out. He brings it back in. See how it's kind of a little bit still in front of that SD.
That one's lined to right field, kept going over, not going to get there. Bounces down in fair territory. Brandon Belt on his way to second base. That's his 4th double of the season. And a leadoff 2-bagger for the Giants here in the second.
Well, Brandon Belt continues to hit Tyson Ross going in this game. .357. That's his 3rd double off the right-hander. And that was a slider that just didn't get in enough. And for a left-hander to keep that fair, yeah, that's getting those hands through. Hitting the ball firmly, not up in the air, so it has a chance to hook. Just caught too much of the plate.
Justin Maxwell, runner on second, nobody out. This is the guy that drove in the only run of the game in the home opener, that 1-0 12-inning affair. It was Maxwell. A pinch hit single in the 12th. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it back. 0-1.
See Maxwell trying to get inside that high breaking ball with nobody out, that runner at second base, trying to get him over to third.
Like many of the Giants, he has struggled with runners in scoring position. 3 for 21 this season for Maxwell. He's out in right field. Hunter Pence took batting practice before the game today for the 2nd straight day. Broke his forearm in spring training as Maxwell hits that one into left field for a base hit. Upton is charging, and they'll hold the runner. Now Upton loses the ball, but it won't get away. Runners on the corners for the Giants. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Brandon Belt had already committed to staying at third base because of the stop sign by Roberto Kelly. As soon as that decision was made, Justin Upton then bobbles it. As once again, Justin Maxwell, boy, Bruce Bochy been talking a lot about Justin Maxwell and how much he's been helping this club. Here's the stop sign. Brandon Belt stops, and then there's the juggle. By that time, it was too late. Couldn't restart the engines and head home.
So no harm, no foul on the juggle. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Casey McGee. He's 1 for 17 with runners in scoring position. He's also Mr. Double Play as he takes strike 1 from Tyson Ross.
So Maxwell busting out of a little bit of slump. Just 1 hit in his last 14 at-bats prior to that hit. Hey, the ideal thing here would be a punch out and then a nice ground ball for a double play.
I'll sign up for that. 0-1 to McGee with the runner going. Swung on and missed. Norris throw down to second is high. And a stolen base for Justin Maxwell, his first of the season.
Well, the pitch was way out of the zone. It could have been a straight steal, couldn't have been a hit and run. That's a breaking ball, and judging by that swing, it probably was a hit and run. Casey McGee trying to make contact with that in a hit and run situation. You're swinging at anything, and it works to the advantage of the Giants.
0-2. Ross looking for his first strikeout of the evening, and he's got it. McGee chases, and that's a big first out for Tyson here in the second.
Well, maybe that was a straight steal, judging by that last pitch right there. Just difficulty swinging at the slider, right? I mean, look at this, is almost the identical pitch. You know, with the swings and misses from Tyson Ross, the Giants probably will do a lot of straight stealing because when he's on, it's tough to make contact, right?
They're trying to get themselves going offensively any way they can. Tyson Ross has been the master of the swing and miss the last couple of years. That's continuing so far tonight as the leading home run and RBI man for the Giants steps in. The shortstop Crawford. He takes in the dirt, and Norris a nice block with the chest protector.
And that's one of those stats that I made up last homestand, right?
You made it up?
You remember hearing about that? Runs that catchers save with a runner on third base. Runner on third, breaking ball, secondary lead, that saves a run.
Backstop saves. You got to get up. You need a catchy name for it, or an abbreviation. You're going to create a new stat. It's part of what makes a stat great. 1-0 is grounded back to Ross. Checks the runner, and he's going to go to first.
You know what? That's a good play by Tyson Ross. Why? Because we'll show you. As soon as he looked like he was going to run towards the hitter, he committed the runner at third base. Brandon Belt committed back to third. Watch Brandon Belt. The ball smoked, right? That one instant where he starts to go back there, Tyson Ross goes over to first base. There's no way that Brandon Belt can reload and go towards home plate. He's going. Tyson, he's going to come get me. Nope. And by that time, they get the out.
You know, with the pitcher coming up next, too, even if it is a good hitting pitcher like Bumgarner, you take the shore out in that situation.
Sure.
2 away. Belt doubled. Maxwell singled to start the inning, but a strikeout and a ground out. And now Bumgarner swinging and fouling it off. 0-1.
That stat is RSBCs.
RSBCs.
Runs saved by catcher.
I like it.
And I think Derek Norris leads the league in that category. It's like whip.
BABIP.
FIP.
Sure.
And one thing with the runner on third base, Tyson always elects. Oh, he's going from the stretch this time. A lot of times he will elect to go from the windup.
Can the going back and forth get muddled when it comes to mechanics?
You can sometimes. Maybe he felt better in the stretch during warm-ups.
Bumgarner takes, and nice stop again by Derek Norris with a runner on third.
That's 2.
Okay. RSBC. Rizbix.
I like it.
Rizbic.
We often talk about pitchers going from the first base or third base side of the rubber. Tyson Ross, pretty much first base side. That gets him extended on the outside part of the plate against a right-handed hitter and down and in to a left-handed hitter.
Bumgarner hit 2 grand slams last year, 0 for 10 this season, and he chops that one to the left side. Barner's having to charge, and a nice play by the Padres shortstop. Tyson Ross pitching out of it here in the second inning. Couple of men left for San Francisco as we go to the third. Craig Counsell, who played for the Brewers as recently as 2011, is replacing Ron Renicky in the manager's office in Milwaukee. So Counsell becomes another one of these guys not out of the game for very long to become a manager. Nice first game for the Milwaukee Brewers. They came back and beat Kershaw in his first game.
Could be a great-looking script for the Brewers because Craig Counsell, the hometown hero, his father John worked for the Brewers back in the 70s and 80s. Hanley Ramirez, see him going to the wall at Fenway, fly ball, and met up with the padded wall and got hurt. And then Dallas Keuchel, wow.
Yeah, we've seen enough of him.
Yeah.
Buddy Black worked with Ron Renicky in Anaheim with Mike Scioscia as Clint Barmas takes high. It's a small world, that fraternity of big league managers. Sure, it's always tough for these guys when somebody's replaced, particularly at this point in the season. But the Brewers were a team with expectations, and what worst record in baseball, I think, at the time of the change. Barmas might have broken his bat. Little roller over to third. McGee much better with the throw this time. And Bumgarner gets the first out here in the top half of inning number 3.
Also, the Brewers hoping for a little luck of the Irish, too, right? With Craig Counsell, Notre Dame. So, need some luck their way.
Mark Sweeney just gave you a thumbs up back in San Diego for mentioning that. Tyson Ross, Cal guy, not far from here, Berkeley.
Right across the bay.
2 for 9 so far this year. Padres pitchers have been productive at the plate. And first pitch swinging up the middle. Great stop by Crawford. Throw to first, and they got him. Well, Brandon Crawford does that to plenty of guys, and he takes a hit away from Tyson Ross.
Nothing you do there, Tyson. You hit it well, but you just hit an area where Brandon Crawford, look, what's the first step? Bang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dive. And you know what? Tyson Ross is not a slug down the first base line. He's got long strides. He gets down pretty quickly. And a nice pick over at first base by Brandon Belt. Thought it was going to scoot up there. Yeah, he's a good one.
He had a couple good ones there. 2 outs for the leadoff man, Will Myers. And he takes the first pitch. Strike on the fastball from Bumgarner. 0-1. Myers reached on a 2-base error, and we mentioned scoring a lot of runs. How about that? Ties the franchise record for the most scored after 26 games. 1-1. Bumgarner had a quick second inning, trying to make a quick third, and a little bit different than Tyson Ross there.
Good call, Jesse. Tyson Ross from the first base side. Madison Bumgarner more towards the third base side. And he throws across his body as well. So the more he moves over towards the third base side, if you throw across your body, you're going to get better extension, easier extension, I should say, if you're going to go down and into a right-handed hitter. Well, he shows you that front, that backside, and look at how far back he takes that ball. I mean, it's a straight line in back of him. Almost like a low 3/4 right-handed pitcher, right? Would be from that side. Right there.
Myers lays off the fastball. 2-2. You can ask Kansas City all about that. In fact, we just go out to left field and ask Nori Aoki.
That's right.
2-2. Myers gets a piece, or to right field and ask Maxwell. They were all there. Right. They got to see and experience Madison Bumgarner in that World Series last year. It was dominant, and 2-1 out of the gate here in 2015 with a 3.73 ERA. There they are. Two to Myers. Inside, ball 3. Will picked up some bases on balls over the weekend against the Rockies. 4 walks against Colorado after he had 2 the entire season coming into the weekend. Bumgarner's worked him up and down and in on 3-2. He misses high, and there's another walk for Will Myers.
Well, what do you know? 2 quick outs. 8-9, top of the order. Take a walk, and here comes the noise.
Derek Norris may have saved a couple of runs. Now he'll try and drive one in.
Nice. Derek Norris going sleeveless on this cool night. Will Myers going with the long sleeves.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
Got to imagine Chris Putton is all bundled up down there. She's out in the elements. We're protected. First pitch to Norris, fastball high. And the Padres as a team have hit left-handed pitching so well this year. Norris leading the way, Kemp there. Tops of the National League.
You know, I look
southpaws, and it's a big sample size too. The Padres
is.
have faced, you know, more pitches from left-handed batters than I think just about any team in baseball.
And comfort factor comes into play. Seeing the ball well out of the pitcher's hand comes into play. And with that said, now the flip side. Pitchers know these numbers. Believe me, they know the numbers. Now, as a pitcher, is he going to get maybe a little cute and try to trick these guys, and then therefore you fall behind, make a mistake? That could happen, right? Maybe another walk. Oh, we're throw over to first base right here.
Yeah, check on Will Myers, who's got 3 stolen bases this year.
That might have been a walk. He broke the. Looks like he broke the plane of the rubber. Maybe. Very close. When they kick that leg, Jesse, the left-hander, when he kicks that leg, if that kick leg, the right foot, breaks the back plane of the rubber, that's a balk. You've got to go home.
Rob Drake is the first base umpire. He probably
that was
view at it.
He's got a better view than I do. So he must be getting it right.
He's bundled up. It's a good ready position from the umpire.
Slide step.
Norris fouls it off the shin. 1-1. Started 8 of the last 9 Padre games coming into today, and now 9 of the last 10. He is on pace to catch a lot of games this year.
Would be about 140-ish.
During spring training, he and Buddy Black talked about aiming for about 120 starts, which is still a healthy number for a catcher.
Sure.
Outside ball 2, and of course, Austin Hedges coming up. Buddy Black was asked before the game, hey, is this to get Norris more rest? And he said, no, this is just the move we felt was the right move to make for Hedges' development, for our 25-man roster, for everything. It was a Padres move is what he kept saying, and I understand that.
I think it's a great move as far as Austin Hedges being brought up in this environment, right? Teams playing well, being around leaders like Norris, like Kemp, like Upton, to have a young kid come to the big league level in the clubhouse, on the dugout, and experience it. And get a start here and there, maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because he says, yeah, there's advantages to being left down there and getting able to play every day, but there's also advantages, all those things you just mentioned, to being here, even if he's not going to play every day. Gets his feet wet. He gets to experience this.
Yeah, James Shields talking to Austin Hedges right there.
That's not going to happen in El Paso.
No. That's great.
Another check on Myers. That might have been the C move from Madison Bumgarner. Norris 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first inning. That was the ground ball to shortstop. Myers was hung up between second and third. Kind of changed the complexion of the top of the first. Probably not going to get a ton of opportunities against Bumgarner. And now 3-2 to Norris. So Bumgarner, who had retired 8 in a row, walked Will Myers with 2 outs here in the third. And now another tough at bat from Derek Norris.
Speaking of Austin Hedges, good chance he might start Wednesday, the day game here in San Francisco.
Certainly would make some sense.
Be a good TV game to watch, huh?
They're all good games to watch, especially this year.
We'll get the running start over at first base. Will Myers will.
Belt backs up behind him.
Look out.
Comes in behind. And it gets away. Giants got cute, and it's going to cost him at least 1 base. Myers stops at second. An error on the pitcher Bumgarner.
Timing play. Brandon Belt was behind the runner. He started to retreat, and as soon as Bumgarner lifts his leg, he's back in the action. And that time he raises his foot. You know, it would have been close, but Will Myers gets the extra 90 feet on the E1. E1.
Norris going to try and make him pay for it. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. He's been money.
I'm guessing breaking ball right here. Just a guess. Maybe a fastball in.
Matt Kemp would be next. 3-2, swung on and missed. Slider down in the dirt. Norris chased it. And that's the third strikeout tonight for Madison Bumgarner. Padres leave a man on second.
Fox Sports San Diego. The loose cannons have lost it.
Now, years later now, everyone says it's the single worst pick in the history of the NFL. This is why it's absurd.
Top of the order for San Francisco against Tyson Ross as Nori Aoki fouls off the first pitch. Aoki grounded out to Jet Jerko at second base, his first time up. Padres threatened a little bit against Bumgarner in the third, but still looking for their first hit of the night. 0-1. Just misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aoki good in the leadoff spot there, huh?
Yeah, what you need from a leadoff hitter. You know, we talked about Will Myers taking some walks recently. He nearly sees 5 pitches. 4.5 for Aoki. And Tyson Ross pulling the string right there in that changeup. Nice pitch, righty on lefty.
Saw just 2 pitches his first at bat against Ross. 4th pitch of this AB coming up, and a little grounder over Ross and through into center field. Little pinball base hit up the middle for Nori Aoki. 3rd hit of the night, 4th hit of the night for the Giants.
Just slapping it and hitting the top of that baseball and utilizing the ground. If you hit it to an infielder and put some pressure on him, that's a 2-seamer right out in front of home plate, hitting on the run. Right over the second base bag.
Tyson Ross, 6'5". Maybe
full of muscle.
6'6", 6'7",
Yeah.
could have gotten there, but you know, if he's not going to get that, probably not a lot of catchers around baseball who will. So runner on first, Joe Panica. Aoki does have 7 stolen bases this year as they check on him.
Yeah, Aoki will run. Pagan will run.
See Middlebrooks on the grass over at third base against Panik. Another check on Aoki.
You know, they'll hit and run in a situation like this. 78%, 7 for 9.
Stole 17 bases last year as a Royal.
Joe Panik handles the bat well.
Runner stays put, and a called strike.
Well, if he can get that call all night, hey, stay right out there, huh, Jesse?
Yeah, you got to figure next pitch going to be in about the same
Sure.
spot. A little bit off the plate. Fox Tracks, presented by Honda. Runner goes, and it misses low. Throw down to second base is not in time.
So a straight steal with Aoki. Ball that was down to Joe Panik. A nice pick by Derek Norris. He did everything he could possibly on that pitch. Let's check out Tyson Ross. Conventional high leg kick. A pick from Derek Norris. And Clint Barmes has to come up and then back down on that short hop to second base.
Giants have stolen a base in each inning so far here tonight. Pagan in the first, Maxwell in the second, and Aoki here in the third. 1-1 to Panik is low. 2 balls and a strike to the San Francisco second baseman. Panik emerged last season and became much more than a band-aid at second base for the Giants. As the pitch misses high for a fastball.
Talking about that pitch from Tyson Ross. Here it is. Well, that almost looks like a changeup. And Derek Norris has to pick that ball and then come all the way up. Short hopped it at second base.
10 catcher caught stealings this year for Norris. That's a career high. Percentage up over his career high as well, as that one misses in the dirt. Ball 4 to Joe Panik. And runners on first and second to start it off here in the third for San Francisco.
And as I mentioned, Tyson Ross was using the conventional leg kick, right? I mean, the kid is 6'5". Big leg kick. You know, you can speed it up a little bit, even using the conventional leg kick, but not using traditional slide step. And there's a lot of theories on that. Remember Greg Maddux? A totally different type of pitcher. But his philosophy was, I'm going to use the traditional leg kick because I want to make a good quality pitch towards home plate. I'll let my catcher worry about throwing him out. Because if I make a good pitch, it shouldn't be a problem.
It makes all the sense in the world. I mean, the primary concern is always going to be the guy at the plate, right?
Exactly.
Cat and mouse. Aoki and Panik did it with the home runs yesterday against the Angels. Station to station here so far tonight as Angel Pagan swings to the first pitch. It's past Barmes into left field. Upton comes up with it. They send Aoki. He will score. 1-0 San Francisco here in the third.
Well, Angel Pagan, you talk about playing a good game of pepper and doing exactly what he needs to do to put the ball in play and score that run. Look where that ball was pitched. He tries to hook that ball, it's probably a double play. It's a two-seamer away. Clint Barmes playing shading over towards the second base bag, going up the middle a little bit. No way that Clint's going to get that one. Just a 16 hopper through the left side, scoring the run.
Pagan 2 for 2 tonight, and now 7 for 14 in his career against Tyson Ross. Buster Posey. All right numbers with runners in scoring position. Giants as a team hitting just .223 in these situations. 4th lowest in the National League. Padres by comparison a .332 average.
You have to really be careful to Buster Posey in this situation. Everybody knows that. Always seems like he's in the middle of something. Very calm at the plate. Doesn't seem to get rattled. He can hit a mistake. Also, he can pop up a mistake as well.
2 balls and no strikes. Posey grounded out to shortstop to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
You know, so many times pitchers give hitters too much credit, right? Try to make the perfect pitch. Many times you hang one, they'll top it, you get a grounder, you get a double play. And sometimes you get burned. Sometimes it works to your advantage.
Here's a strike. 2-1.
Tremendous movement on the 2-seam from Tyson tonight.
Dancing as it comes into Derek Norris. 3-1 to Posey outside, ball 3.
That one, he fell off to the side a little bit and lowered the arm angle a little bit. Dangerous pitch here.
Saw Posey swinging 3-0 his first at bat.
So kind of leaning over towards the first base line a little bit, and the arm angle kind of down just that. Tyson needs to stay up on top of that baseball to be effective.
Panik leads off second, Pagan off first. 3-1 to Posey in the dirt, ball 4. Tough situation here for Tyson Ross. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run already in for San Francisco, and Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, is going to come out of that first base dugout, go have a chat with his right-hander.
Well, a couple of those pitches, as I mentioned earlier, falling off to the side a little bit, not on target towards home plate. That will definitely mess up the release point. One of the things Darren Balsley says once in a while is not to throw too much into the head of the pitcher, because let's face it, what does he need to say? He knows what's going on. Bases loaded. Nobody out, right? Maybe stay more on line towards home plate. Maybe he noticed he was falling off a little bit that at bat.
See the numbers with the bases loaded for Belt. He doubled the lead off last inning. And in a good spot here from an offensive standpoint.
See now where he's going from the windup. Tyson, remember earlier with 2 outs, runner on third, he went from the stretch. He's going from the full windup here with the bags full.
Panik, Pagan, and Posey. So the infield pulled a little bit over towards the right against him, and he hits that one in the air left field, up and going over. Nice catch by a fan. 1-1, and you get a kiss.
That's a great catch.
Atom ball.
You know, the ideal situation here would be one of those one hoppers to third base of Middlebrooks and play some catch, right? With Derek Norris. Get that force, get that 5-2-3 double play working. See if he's pitching him away here. No, he's coming in.
And he misses. 2 balls in his stride from Ross to Belt. RBI single from Angel Pagan as San Francisco on the board. He's at second base. 2-1 is hit over to first and foul.
He's trying to come into Brandon Belt there. Better make sure you get it in there. Looked like a 2-seamer in. Watch Belt get the hands through. Chokes up just a little bit, trying to get those hands through, and pulls it foul.
Odrisamer Despaigne. He of the new wardrobe heading down to the right field bullpen here in San Francisco.
And according to my count, the next toss for Tyson Ross will be number 50.
He's got the same thing. 2-2. Looked like
yes,
he went.
Did.
They go to third. He did. Joe West rings him up. Second strikeout for Tyson Ross, and a big one. 1 away.
Absolutely. Puts the double play in order, and oh yeah, if he hits it, it's a double. Joe West rings him up.
That was the 20th pitch of the inning for Tyson Ross. 1 out, bases still loaded, and Justin Maxwell coming in. Single walk to start for San Francisco here in the third. Strikeout of Belt. And now the right fielder Maxwell. 1-0.
Was that an RSBC right there? Ball in the dirt picked?
I don't know. It was relatively routine.
Okay. Start him off with a breaking ball. Remember last time out with that base hit the left, it was a mistake. It was a hanging slider, it looked like.
Maxwell is one of the 3 stolen bases by the Giants. You see the uniforms dirty. It's already the most steals the Giants have had in a game since June of 2012. Nowhere to run here. Maxwell takes 3 balls and no strikes. Saw Posey swinging 3-0 earlier. Probably not from Maxwell with the bases loaded. Tyson misses by a lot, and that'll get the run in. Ball 4. Bases loaded, walk to Justin Maxwell on 4 pitches. 2-0 Giants.
No, way out of whack. Not even close on this last one. Really jerking this ball. Man. Worst feeling for a pitcher when you don't have those mechanics in order and you don't have the release point.
Casey McGee tied for the Major League lead in double plays, hit into with 8, and he hits a ground ball to Barmes. They get 1 at second. Jerko to first, double play. Giants get 1 as Tyson Ross allows 2 in the 3rd. Mike Mark, thanks a lot. Tyson Ross with a tough 3rd inning, 25 pitches, surrenders a couple of runs. Got a big double play from Casey McGee to get out of the inning as Bumgarner now deals to the middle of the order for the Padres here in the top of the 4th. Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, Jan Hervis, Solarte.
And things could have been much worse last inning. Right guy, right situation to get that double play for Tyson Ross.
Kemp hits this one in the air right field. Maxwell drifting back. And on the warning track makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Here in the top of the 4th. All right, Mark, time now for the T-Mobile Game Changer. And Justin Upton, the guy coming to the plate, historically good so far this season from a home run perspective.
And he can change some games, can he? With one swing of the bat. Most home runs in the first 26 games of the season. Nate Colbert back in '72. And that's when the wall, you had to hit it over the wall at the old stadium.
Yeah.
Adrian Gonzalez, we know all about him. The crime dog, Fred McGriff. Oh, yeah, from the left side, he did some damage.
Some nice company Justin Upton's keeping on that list. Swings through that fastball from Bumgarner. Upton popped up to center field as the Giants shift against him here in his 2nd at bat.
Straight away in the outfield and student body left on the infield.
Spray charts.
Yeah.
Same pitch, same result, 0-2.
Tough to lay off that high gas, especially the straight stuff when you're a power hitter. Now the eye level. You change the eye level here, Jesse? Do you go down with the breaking ball, down and in? That was one of the keys. Remember the breaking ball? Buster Posey wants a fastball.
Gets it, and Upton fouls it back to the screen.
You really have to shorten up your swing here. Try to use the center of the diamond, because with Pagan playing in straightaway center, opens up right and left center field. He wants him to shake. Fastball up.
Into shallow right field. Maxwell coming on, and he gets there. Little dicey at the end, but he makes the catch. 2 away.
Hey, in between innings, Tyson Ross sat down next to his pitching coach, Darren Balsey of the San Diego Padres. And I have to confess, I am not a spy. I don't work for the CIA. I can't read lips. But one thing is for certain, with the body language, Darren Balsey's talking about staying on top of the ball and getting extended. I think I heard him say 4-seam fastball, kind of cutting it short. See right there? Kind of cutting it short. 4-seam fastball. And then a little bit later, he kind of extends with his arm, indicating that, get extended, get out in front.
2 outs, nobody on for Solarte. Takes that one low. You see how Mark Kotze, he stepped in front there, so he couldn't continue to read lips. That was a good move. Doesn't want anything given
away. So let's
see
if it pays off next half inning. There's Mark Kotze.
Solarte grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Two balls and no strikes.
Hey, you can turn around quickly, right? We saw it in San Diego when Bumgarner was pitching. A couple of mistakes here and there, a walk, extra base hit.
Padres had 18 at-bats against Bumgarner on April 11th and 10 hits in those 18. 2-1.
Oh, life is good. Big league ball game and an octopus.
8 legs. That one's ripped, but right at the third baseman McGee. Throw across, and that is 4 no-hit innings from Madison Bumgarner against the Padres.
$2-0, and his teammates, Odrisamer Despaigne, his friends, making good on that bet when he got his first hit. So they owed him some new clothes, and well, today was the day that they went shopping. Joaquin Benoit, Matt Kemp, opening up the wallets big time, because look where they're going. Oh yeah, Louis Vuitton. He showed me pictures of what he got. Blue suede shoes.
For my brother.
A nice backpack. Some good taste for Odrisamer Despaigne. And a source tells me he took his time Many hours. He made those guys wait while he tried on everything.
If you're going to go shopping, that is the place to shop. Not far from the hotel here in San Francisco. So, as Chris mentioned, thank you very much, Chris. Very nice story there. His teammates, hey, making good for him, right?
And it's not going to be the last shopping trip either, as Brandon Crawford takes ball 1 from Tyson Ross. My understanding is today was sort of the Kemp day. There's still an Upton day.
Oh, okay.
Upton got in on this. And there's also going to be an Andrew Cashner day, but I think that one is going to be when the team is in Texas, because Cash wants to get Despaigne some Texas clothes.
Interesting.
Maybe a cowboy hat, some boots. But yeah, some good-natured bonding there, and a lot of people maybe didn't think Odrisamer Despaigne would ever get a hit at the big league level. He did, and now he's reaping one of the rewards. 2-1 to Crawford, and a ground ball to the right side over the bag, fair. And Solarte steps on the base, 1 away, as Tyson Ross tries to have a bounce back inning here in the 4th.
After that discussion with pitching coach Darren Balsley, 2-1, looks like a breaking ball, keeps it fair, and that's a big first out for Tyson Ross. He needs a quick inning here.
Pitcher Bumgarner grounded out to end the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 and 0 for 11 this season. He can swing it, though.
Yep, don't leave it middle in.
Fastball misses low outside. Career 160 hitter. Last season, for all the great things he did on the hill, the guy hit 258 with 4 homers. 2 balls and no strikes, and of course 2 of them were grand slams.
Doesn't surprise me. And even though it's the pitcher here with those numbers, 2-0, dangerous count here to Bumgarner.
Norris puts down the sign. Ross is ready. And the 2-0 is tapped foul outside of third. Throws left, bats right, and another foul ball outside of third. 2-2.
You know who else was like that? Hall of Famer Randy Johnson. I'm surprised he's not wearing the guard on his elbow.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That left arm very valuable.
Oh yeah,
a little one.
Yeah, a little one there.
Doesn't want to impact the swing. 2-2, and that one's lifted into left center field for a base hit. First hit of the season for Madison Bumgarner, a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 4th.
Madison Bumgarner falls into one of those categories as if he was a regular hitter with those numbers. So you leave something up in the zone. Look at this. That's off the plate. That's clearly, if taken, called ball. But great wingspan, right? Good plate coverage. All 6'5" of them. Front foot down. Throws the hips, throws the hands. Out in front of it just a little bit.
Noriaoki swings at the first pitch in the air, center field. Myers going back, makes the catch, 2 away, and Bumgarner went halfway. Now retreats to first. So Aoki, who has been one of the more patient guys in all the National League so far this year, flies out on the first pitch. He's also had a 2-pitch at bat tonight.
You know, I'm sure some hitters go up there and they think, if I'm getting a number 1 first pitch, if it's close, I'm hacking.
Going for it.
Yeah.
Panic grounded to first, walked and scored. And he takes called strike. 0-1 from Tyson Ross. First round pick, 2011, out of St. John's. Tyson Ross out of Cal. The 0-1. Fastball high. 1 ball and 1 strike to the San Francisco second baseman.
Same draft as Corey Spangenberg, Joe Panic.
Fellow high draft pick. One and looped into left center for a base hit. Upton comes over and cuts it off. Bumgarner's going to go to third as it gets away from Upton. The throw will go into second, and in with a head-first slide is Panik. A little bit sloppy in the outfield, and now runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Once again, is it up? Down the middle. Panik does a nice job of staying inside that ball. And then right here, one hop, makeable play there. Just looks like Justin Upton tried to turn before catching the ball. And the sloppy play there enables Panik to be in scoring position with Madison Bumgarner at third.
They're going to give him a double. Pagan takes strike 1.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking single and an error.
I was thinking along right there with you.
See if they change that. So far, so good tonight for Angel Pagan. RBI single his last time up. 2 outs, 2 men in scoring position. Ball 1.
Unless in the official score's judgment, did Panik ever break stride? Was he thinking 2? Just a thought. I got single error, but I'm not official scoring them.
You're unofficially scoring. It's different. Doesn't count. 1-1 and little bit inside. 2 balls and a strike to Pagan with first base open. Tyson Ross working hard tonight against the Giants.
Yeah, heavy workload for Tyson.
That one's in the air, left field. Upton's got it. And his side is retired. A line drive to the left fielder. Padres coming up in the 5th. Against the Rockies on April 20th. It came against Christian Friedrich, a 2-out single in Denver. And this wasn't a Coors Field special, Mark Grant. That's a solid base hit the other way.
It is. It's a line drive in the box score. He went the other way. I think that was his plan all along. And that's a great sight right there. His teammates giving high fives, congratulating the right-hander. And he's getting a new closet.
That's it. Round 1 of shopping was today with Matt Kemp. We believe round 2 with Justin Upton will be tomorrow. And then round 3 with Andrew Kashner this summer in Arlington. Jerko, Middlebrooks, and Barmes here in the 5th against Madison Bumgarner. The Giants a 2-0 lead. Upton, by the way, Upton told me he got in on that the afternoon of the day he got the hit. Like he's like, I want in on this. And then, yeah, of course, he gets the hit that night.
Well, second time around for the bottom of the order of the Padres. Jerko struck out the first time. Maybe second time around he can lay into something and need some extra base hits. Base runners, multiple base runners.
Giants have won 8 of their last 11 games, and the pitching staff is really come on as of late. Les Expos. 1.80 ERA for San Francisco pitchers during their 6-game home winning streak that included a sweep of the Angels this weekend. Tim Lincecum outstanding yesterday. Tim Hudson on Saturday, and now they get to keep it going here with their ace Madison Bumgarner. Two-1 to Jerko. Swinging and a miss. Reaching for the fastball. 2-2. Jerko starting for the 4th time in the last 10 games for the Padres. And he takes the breaker outside, ball 3.
Just missed.
See the pitch count for Bumgarner, number 60 coming in.
Hey, everything's up, right? That could be a sign this inning. You get a walk here or a base hit.
For the most part, they've worked Jerko away. They come in on 3-2. And he fouls the fastball back out of play.
He's quick to that one on the inside part of the plate. And the breakdown for Madison Bumgarner. 2nd inning, only 9 tosses. If you're around 15, 16 pitches an inning average, you're doing pretty well. That's the major league average.
Payoff pitch to Jed, and it's hit on the ground to the left side. Crawford. Low throw, and it gets away. It is in play. No, it is out of play, and Jerko will be awarded second base. Second time tonight we've seen the left side of the Giants infield have trouble making a throw across the diamond.
And the 3rd error tonight, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 3rd error. Padres need to take advantage. Brandon Crawford just short hops right here. And once again, Brandon Belt, he's a pretty good first baseman over there. This isn't one of those short hops, but it's out far enough to where it looks like very catchable. Starting down, coming up for Brandon Belt, and Jed Jerko's in scoring position.
Took the hop off the grass. So the leadoff man on second base. And Will Middlebrooks up 0 for 1. He lined out to right field. Back in the second. First pitch swinging and a grounder to the 3rd baseman. McGee, good throw this time, and Jerko has to hold at second base, 1 away. So Middlebrooks retired on 1 pitch. As the Giants have committed a season-high 3 errors here tonight. Closed captioning of tonight's telecast brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Clint Barmas, runner on second, 1 away. Bumgarner delivers a fastball called strike.
Jesse, here we have a scoring change.
The official scorer has agreed with the unofficial score, and yeah, last inning. A double for Joe Panik has been changed to a single and an error on Justin Upton. So 3 defensive miscues for San Francisco and 1 for the Padres. Barmas rolls over, grounds it to 3rd. Been busy over there. McGee throws him out, 2 away.
Not being able to elevate that breaking ball from Madison Bumgarner into the righties.
All right, tomorrow on Fox Sports San Diego, you can catch a new episode of SD Live. Coming up, Yonder Alonso and Odrisamer Despaigne will stop by the studio. You can find out how these two are connected, and the story goes well beyond being teammates in San Diego. SD Live tomorrow after Padres Live on Fox Sports San Diego. It's a great story.
Sure is. Gotta watch it.
Tyson Ross robbed by Crawford at shortstop. His first time up. He's 0 for 1. Swings and misses there. Bumgarner singled off Ross in the bottom of the last inning. Tyson trying to return the favor and come up with the first hit of the night for San Diego. Fouls it off, 0-2.
Tell you what, Tyson Ross lays into one, you can give it a ride. You might see a wrinkle right here.
The 0-2 from Bumgarner. And he does bend one in low. Ball and 2 strikes to the Padre pitcher.
How sweet would it be for Tyson Ross to break up the no-no and drive in a run here? Hey, Madison, you're throwing a no-hitter.
Fastball up, and Ross hits it in the air, right field. Maxwell was playing shallow. He's got to go back and chase it. And on the edge of the warning track, he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Tyson Ross gave it a ride. He's hit the ball well twice tonight, but like the rest of his teammates, hitless against Bumgarner. A ground ball base hit to the left side, bringing home Nori Aoki. That gave San Francisco a 1-0 lead in the 3rd. Later on that inning, that was a 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded to Justin Maxwell, bringing Joe Panik home. Giants get 2 there. They lead by 2. That's one story. The other certainly would be the performance so far of Madison Bumgarner.
And the Padres not being able to take advantage of the 3 miscues by the Giants tonight. Madison Bumgarner has that breaking ball working. They just can't seem to square it up. And quite frankly, it could be much worse for Tyson Ross. Giants only leading by 2.
Posey and then Belton Maxwell here in the 5th. Tyson looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. And he gets strike 1 to Posey.
You make a good point, because Tyson Ross, he's proven that in the past, to where he can be going in a game like this and then bang, 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 get back in that dugout, and hopefully the Padres can go to Hackett and get on the board.
1 strike pitch to Posey is a fastball and maybe up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants have had their chances as he fouls this one away. Just the 2 runs, could have been more. They've stranded 7 so far tonight, including 2 in each of the last 3 innings. And that's Tyson Ross bearing down and getting through some tough spots. 1-2 to Posey. Got it.
Yes, he did. There's that slider we know and love, expanding the strike zone with 2 strikes. It's all about getting ahead for any pitcher, but especially Tyson Ross, because he doesn't have to throw the nasty slider. It could be the bad one well out of the zone. Derek Norris picks it. Live baseball, make the tag. Here you go.
1 out, bottom of the 5th. Today's game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. Brandon Belt 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. First pitch swinging, fouls it off out of play.
Student body right for the Padres.
Middlebrooks, the only man left on the left side of the infield. Fastball high, 1-1.
Jed Jerko playing the rover. Like in softball, when they have that extra outfield, you can rove. They call it the rover.
On the grass. Belt holds up as that one bounces behind his foot. 2-1. Next pitch will be number 80 for Tyson Ross here in the 5th. In his last start Tuesday against the Astros, he threw 89 pitches in his 5 innings of work. Belt sprays that one foul the other way, 2-2.
You know, another big reason why the Padres, as you take a look at the pitch count and the workload for Tyson tonight, is to get on these Giants early. That's a big key, is because the matchup later in the game. Talk about the righties and the lefties that the Giants have out of the bullpen. Collectively, the numbers for the guys on the bench, lefties and righties, aren't really good numbers. Not a lot of success when you have the lefty-lefty matchups and the righty-righty matchups.
Bruce Bochy's got Affeldt and Lopez from the left side. Full count, strike 3 called. Two-seam fastball came back over the inside corner, and back-to-back strikeouts for Tyson Ross here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, Tyson Ross may have gotten a call right there, but you know what that is? That's a big league hang with him. Glove just off the corner a little bit, but Derek Norris, would you say that's a good frame job by Derek Norris?
Nice frame job, as you see Fox Tracks presented by Southland Technology.
Number 6 right there off the plate. You got a call.
Justin Maxwell 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Swing and a miss on the slider. Made a nice running catch to take what could have been a hit away from Tyson Ross to end the top of this inning. And now Tyson ahead of him, 0-2.
There was a 4-seamer. Remember the dugout? Darren Balson was talking about getting extended. Maybe 4-seam fastball.
Four strikeouts for Tyson Ross. The last one, the only looking one, as this one's popped up right side. Solarte in foul territory makes the catch, and Tyson Ross has his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. We go to the 6th in San Francisco. Mike and Mark, thanks a lot. Will Myers against Madison Bumgarner, top of the order here in the 6th. Padres looking for their first hit against Bumgarner here tonight. Padres have had base runners, 3 San Francisco errors. Myers walked his last time up, but swings and misses there, 1-1. Mike and Mark just talking about Nelson Cruz and those Mariners. See them at the end of this road trip. 2 games next Tuesday and Wednesday night in Seattle.
Hey, Nelly Cruz, a triple crown threat, right? Right now, number 9 in the American League and hitting .343, and then you see the home runs, RBIs going into tonight. 25 with that home run. Add on some more. So swinging a good bat.
Ball and 2 strikes to Will Myers. Padres will play 3 here in San Francisco, 4 in Arizona Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday before heading to Seattle. 2-2 to the Padre leadoff hitter. Matt Kemp after Derek Norris.
Outfield straight away, infield to plate, pull a little bit. And Buster Posey, he wants the backdoor slider.
Way outside, ball 3. Myers has reached twice. The first on an error by the third baseman McGee. Walked his last time up. Walked 4 times over the weekend against Colorado. 3-2, swinging and hitting it in the air to center field. Angel Pagan is there. 1 away. Brandon Crawford helping out Madison Bumgarner. That was one great defensive play. Here's another. Tyson Ross to deep right, and Maxwell had a long way to run after he was playing in against the pitcher. No hitter for Bumgarner through 5 1/3 against the Padres.
I thought that ball, if Tyson Ross's bat had a chance to go into Death Valley out there in right center field for extra bases.
Derek Norris 0 for 2, struck out last time up. And he takes that low, 1-0.
Padres just can't seem to square up that sweeping breaking ball, that slider, if you want to call it, the curveball at times. He's throwing it at different speeds, mixing the fastball mix, a couple of changeups here and there.
Norris has 6 hits in 13 career at bats against Bumgarner. Swings through that fastball, 1-1.
Hey, 94. Sneaky with the heater. After seeing that soft stuff, at 94 looks like 100 foe.
Norris came into tonight leading the Padres in hitting. And he hits this one in the air right field. Maxwell, long way to run again, but it'll find second row seats by that bullpen down the right field line, 1-2. It's not that Bumgarner has been completely dominant.
Right.
Maybe effectively wild. Seen 6 3-ball counts.
Making big pitches when he needs to, huh?
Yeah. Norris hammers that one to deep left field. Aoki is going to look up, and at the wall, he'll make the catch.
I thought he had it. Thought he had it. Put a good swing on it. Had that good sound to it. Wind really not a factor right now because, if anything, the flags are blowing out to left. Just under it a little bit too much.
When all is said and done, a few feet shy of the wall, so 2 outs for Matt Kemp, nobody aboard, and the Padres still looking for their first hit. Strike 1.
Nice, easy delivery, little cutter slider.
Kemp struck out in the first, flew to right in the fourth.
Backdoor breaking ball, curveball to be exact.
Outside, ball 1. Bumgarner pretty much picking up where Tim Lincecum left off yesterday. 8 great innings against the Angels. Tim Hudson pitched deep into the game on Saturday against LA. While the Padres were sweeping the Rockies down in San Diego, the Giants were doing the same to the Halos. Kemp in the air, right field. Routine for Maxwell. And Madison Bumgarner has 6 no-hit innings. 2-0 Giants. It's time now to update the DraftKings players to watch in Padres Live, the pregame show. Mike and Mark gave you some gentlemen to keep track of tonight. And, wow, good pick with Nelson Cruz. Mentioned that home run earlier against the Angels. Felix Hernandez doing Felix Hernandez things as Tyson Ross goes back to work against the bottom third of the San Francisco batting order. Angel Pagan. Couple of hits and an RBI here tonight against Ross, and Derek Norris still with time to do some damage against Madison Bumgarner, who has not allowed a hit tonight. Casey McGee swinging and missing, 1-2. He grounded into a double play his last time up. Leads Major League Baseball in that department after leading the National League in grounding into double plays last year with the Marlins. 1-2 is hammered to shortstop. Barmes on the backhand has time and throws him out. 1 away.
Hey, good pitches right there, that at bat. Time now for the Cholula flamethrower. And with Tyson Ross on the mound, he's throwing the 4-seamer, he's throwing the 2-seamer, getting up to 95.
You know what that is? In the 5th, Tyson Ross had his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Gets the first man here in the 6th. Brandon Crawford 0 for 2. Couple of ground outs. And he takes ball 1.
Looks like a changeup right there. Tyson Ross breaking it out.
Seen a couple tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Another ground ball off the bat of Brandon Crawford. Barmes has it 2 away. Let's check in with Chris Budden.
Hey, Jesse, as we mentioned earlier, Austin Hedges getting the call up today. And when you ask other teams about when they decide to bring their top prospects up, a lot will want to do it on the road. Then you don't have the pressure of having to play in front of the home crowd for the first time in the local media. But in talking with A.J. Preller today, he said that didn't factor in their decision to bring him up today. It just so happened he was on the road. Did say, you know, there are some pros to starting on the road, but this just was a Padres decision that they wanted to have the best 25 men here, and that included the move today with Austin Hedges.
Chris, thanks a lot. I remember hearing that when Chris Bryant was called up by the Cubs. They were talking about maybe trying to start him off on the road. Makes sense. You understand that.
I can see that.
Bumgarner takes strike one from Ross. Austin Hedges, one of the top prospects of the Padres system, is here.
And it's about catching for Austin Hedges. Sure, the numbers were great, hitting over 300 in AAA El Paso.
For the Chihuahuas, he was getting it done offensively this year after the bat was always kind of the question. 324 average.
And Buddy Black was even quoted before the game saying, hey, you know what, he's here for his catching ability, right? If he hits, it's a bonus.
Considered an elite defensive backstop. On the backhand, that's a fair ball. Middlebrooks throws across, and a second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Tyson Ross. The story, though, is Madison Bumgarner. Justin Upton going to try and break up the no-hitter. He's coming up in the 7th inning against Bumgarner. Petco Park, and by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. Golden Gate Bridge, not too far from AT&T Park, where tonight Madison Bumgarner has no-hit the Padres for 6 innings.
1 walk, 3 strikeouts. It seems like up to this point the Padre hitters have not been able to square up that breaking ball. Occasionally throwing some four-seam fastballs, mixing in the changeup every once in a while, but the slider slash cutter and curveball have been the pitches tonight for the left-hander.
Meat of the order due up against Bumgarner here in the 7th. Upton, Solarte, and Jerko 4, 5, and 6.
Well, hey, the last 2 times out for Tyson Ross, 5th and 6th, right? 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Well, a shorter break for Madison Bumgarner. Let's see if that has an effect on him.
I like the way you're thinking. Justin Upton can certainly have an effect on him as well.
Hey, bloop and a blast. Padres are right back in this one.
Upton takes strike 1. Tim Lincecum last year and the year before against the Padres. Matt Cain, perfect game against the Astros. And Bumgarner ahead of Justin Upton, 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls to Upton to go 0-2.
Just the 2nd time tonight Bumgarner has had a Padre hitter in the hole, 0-2. Fastball, foul back. Posey wanted it way up. Upton got a piece. A 2-time All-Star, a World Series MVP, a 3-time world champion. Working on something special here tonight. Padres, though, going to try and ruin it as the fastball misses high, 1-2. Solarte and Jerko will follow. Into left field and a base hit. Justin Upton leads off the 7th inning with a single over Brandon Crawford's head, and Bumgarner's bid for history comes to a close here in the 7th inning.
All right, now the Padres start working on multiple hits. There's the breaking ball that the Padres have had trouble tonight. This one, foot down, keeps his hands back and elevated enough. We know the pull power, right, of Upton. Well, he pulls that one off the end of the bat, deadens it just enough. Sometimes it's even better when you don't hit it on the sweet spot. Hits that one on the sweet spot, it might be an F7.
Yangervis Solarte takes a first pitch strike. Bumgarner was ahead of Justin Upton, 0-2 before he came back to get the hit.
Take a look at that swing right there. Out front just a little bit. Sometimes that works to your advantage.
They were shifting that way, got it over Crawford's head.
Now it's time to go to work, bring him home.
That's it. Solarte takes strike 2. Padres have had a couple of opportunities.
It just hurts that the Padres haven't gotten a run as a result of one of the miscues tonight.
They set him up. A couple of 2-base errors. 0-2. Solarte past Crawford into center field. Upton's going to stay at second base. And Brandon Crawford, who has made some spectacular plays on the infield in his career, can't reach that one. Back-to-back singles for the Padres. They are in business here in the 7th.
Look at Solarte rooting on the troops in the dugout there, looking in there and clapping after going just past the reach of Crawford. Good top hand, elevated pitch. How close was it? It's out of the reach of Brandon Crawford. I think him playing in a little bit, right? Double play depth right there kind of cuts down the range a little bit as that ball was hit through the left side of the infield.
Bumgarner got ahead of Upton and Solarte, 0-2. Both answered with singles, and the Padres in a 2-0 game are set up here as Jerko swings and misses, strike 1. Jed homered yesterday, his first of the season. That was as a pinch hitter.
You know, we talk about Jed Jerko using center field and going to right center field, but with Bumgarner, as there's action in the Padre bullpen, Brandon Maurer, you know, that breaking ball, if he gets one middle in, that's a pitch you try to pull because it's a hanger and it's in. Now the fastball away, changeup away, yeah, if you can stay back a little bit more and go that way where they're trying to pull it, different story. Just swing hard, you might square it up.
Third straight batter to be in an 0-2 hole against Bumgarner. First 2 got a hit. Jerko takes a ball and 2 strikes. Get a look at Brandon Maurer through the chain link. 1-2 to Jerko is fouled outside of third.
That was a hanger, Jesse. Sometimes a hitter's just a little bit too far out in front of that hanging breaking ball and you pull it foul. If you let that ball travel a little bit and you have the wherewithal to stay back, keep the hands back and get that ball, let it travel a little bit, that's the one you keep fair and do some damage.
One, 2 is again fouled off outside of third.
Okay, Jesse.
Yes.
Universally speaking, a lot of pitchers go first sign after 2 with the runner at second base. We're going to take a little sneaky peek into Buster Posey and focus on the 2, the number 2, and then the sign after that. Did you see it too?
No, I didn't.
He wants something up. It's a fastball up.
And he gets Jerko. Fourth strikeout, Madison Bumgarner at Petco Park last month. Yangervis Solarte with a nice line drive single up the middle. Matt Kemp with a double down the line. Padres went 10 for 18 against Madison Bumgarner, and Will Middlebrooks, couple of RBI singles in that game as well. And he's coming to the plate here with first and second and 1 out. Ball 1. Like a lot of the Padres, good numbers with runners in scoring position this season. San Diego's had their opportunities in these spots tonight against Bumgarner. He's buckled down every time. Two balls and no strikes. For the first time tonight, action in the San Francisco bullpen, double-barreled Machi and Lopez.
As I mentioned earlier, the matchups, righties and lefties. Bruce Bochy got one of the better bullpens as far as lefty and righties combined out there. Veteran guys.
Middlebrooks, little roller, foul outside of third. 2 balls and a strike to the Padre third baseman. A little bit of a slump for Will Middlebrooks. He got out of the gate fast. Held in check over the weekend against the Rockies. Got most of the day off yesterday before coming in as part of a double switch in the 9th inning. 2-1 is fisted into shallow center. Pagan coming on, and he makes the catch 2 away. 0 for 3 night for Will Middlebrooks.
Jesse, we're talking about the soft stuff from Madison Bumgarner, right? The breaking ball. How about the fastball in and Will Middlebrooks in on the fists? Can't get the barrel out, right? You see a lot of that curveball, slider, cutter stuff, and then you sneak that little four-seamer in. Tough to barrel it up.
First and second, now 2 outs. Clint Barmas at the plate. And he swings and misses. Strike 1 as Austin Hedges has stepped into the on-deck circle for San Diego. Bumgarner threw 6 no-hit innings. Justin Upton led this frame off with a base hit. Solarte followed with one of his own. Jerko struck out. Middlebrooks flew out. And now Barmas with 2 away lays off 1-1.
Let's see if Clint Barmas went. Oh, I have to say he did. I'm calling it as I see him, Jesse. I thought he went.
First base umpire Rob Drake disagrees with the unofficial umpire Mark Grant. Wind is whipping around here in San Francisco.
How about one mistake right here from Bumgarner?
Tyson Ross watches, stretches. Barmas waits. Got it. Padres finally get a couple of hits off of Madison Bumgarner, but still trail. That is a walk-off home run. April 19th, 2010 against these Giants, and Jeremy Affeldt, a 3-2 win in 10 innings as Tyson Ross goes back to work in a 2-0 game, bottom half of the 7th.
Hey, this big right-hander from Cal has battled tonight. The Cal Bear is bearing down.
See what you did there. Aoki fouls it off, 0-2.
And you know what? I mentioned this earlier. It could have been much worse. Only trailing by 2. Up to this point, he's retired the last 7 in a row, according to my ledger.
Confirmed.
Just got to get those Padres shillelaghs going.
Aoki kind of hits that one the other way. Barm is charging, hurrying, throwing him out. And now 8 in a row retired by Tyson Ross.
Hey, Clint Barmas, one of the better shortstops who's, he's longer in the tooth. No question about it. But to throw accurately on the run and make the transfer on the run, we've seen that about 3 times tonight.
Really, really good defensive shortstop.
The plumber. He plugged those holes on the infield.
I see you. Joe Panik takes the 100 pitch of the night for Tyson Ross.
And that pitch, Jesse, is a slider, a nice one.
Padres held without a hit for the first 6 innings tonight. Got a couple of singles to start the 7th. Bumgarner, though, bared down. Got out of the inning as Sergio Romo is throwing for San Francisco. Former closer, now setup guy.
Slider, slider, slider. And more sliders from Romo.
0-2 to Panik is a ground ball to first. Solarte's got it. We'll flip to Ross, 2 away.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
About to see some popcorn. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh.
Called it.
2 outs, nobody on. Angel Pagan. There we go. That's funny.
That's part of the fun. Coming to the ball yard.
Big crowd again here in San Francisco. Pagan takes, I guess, high. Kerwin Danley started to call that a strike. 1-0. 41,278 in the building. The 341st consecutive sellout here at AT&T Park. There's a strike. 1-1. Streak began the first day of October 2010 against the Padres. Fouls it off the other way into the Giant dugout. 1-2. Stung a little on that finger that he hurt back early on in this game. Pagan in the second inning. Sorry, in the first inning, trying to steal second base. And Jed Jerko had to jump up in the air.
You calling a trainer out?
Yeah. Looked like he agitated it a little bit there. Jerko came down on Pagan's finger with his spike.
Oh, I see. Kerwin Danley was asking for some baseballs, it looked like. I thought he was motioning towards the dugout, but Pagan's okay.
Out of the way. Still 1-2. Couple of singles, an RBI, that stolen base. Lined out to left his last time up. Tyson Ross has battled and kept the Padres in the game all night long. Outside, ball 2.
It just still sticks in my craw, the 3 miscues that haven't been able to take advantage of, especially in that first inning.
Will Myers on second base, nobody out.
Yeah.
After a 2-base throwing error by McGee. Same situation for Jerko leading off the 6th. An error from Crawford. Strike 3 called, and Tyson Ross has set down 10 straight.
Nice.
Gets Pagan looking to end the 7th. How about Tyson? Coming back with his 5th strikeout. Arrived last night, met the team at the hotel here in San Francisco. Very impressive offensive numbers in 21 games for the El Paso Chihuahuas. And he has earned his way to this spot, leading off against Madison Bumgarner as a pinch hitter in the top of the 8th inning. Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, you have to face Madison Bumgarner. Well, he's seen a lot of pitches, right? A lot of right-handed hitters tonight. All right-handed, even with the switch-hitting Yangervis Solarte. So
Hedges takes strike 2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. Now, what has he done in this situation? He has elevated the fastball. He's made hitters chase up. He has bounced the breaking ball down and in. Got a fastball coming right here. Breaking ball.
He checks his swing. He'll appeal the first. No swing, says Rob Drake. What do you say, Mr. Umpire?
That's close.
Pitchers. Nick Vincent out in the Padre bullpen. Tyson Ross getting through 7 for the first time this season. Bumgarner delivers a 1-2 to Hedges, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. Posey will complete the out. 1 away here in the 8th.
A lot of breaking balls for Austin Hedges. Hey, you know what? A lot of pressure on the kid. Major league debut, first at bat, and you're going against a World Series MVP. Breaking ball. Backdoor breaking ball. Expand the zone check swing with the breaking ball, and he finished him off with the breaking ball in the dirt.
So Austin Hedges makes his big league debut. Madison Bumgarner through 6 no-hit innings tonight. He departs with 1 out here in the 8th. 2-0 San Francisco. Francisco pitcher. The pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford. Sergio Romo stepping up for the 12th time this season.
12th game for the veteran right-hander. He's a strike thrower. You can see that. And a strikeout pitcher. Doesn't throw hard. A lot of sliders. 13 strikeouts in 8 1/3. The righties
struggling against him.
Right. That's that slider down and away. Lefties hit 300.
A couple of right-handed batters due up, though, here with 1 out. As you see Madison Bumgarner's night. 6 straight innings of hitless pitching from Bumgarner before Upton and Solarte singled to start the 7th. Strike 1 to Myers. Bumgarner now a spectator. Outside, ball 2.
Boy, right-handers, Jess, you mentioned it just a bit ago, struggling. 3 for 22. That's a 136 average for right-handers off of Sergio Romo. There's that
2-2
frisbee slider.
Padres have had their chances. First and second, nobody out in the 7th after those 2 hits. Leadoff man on second in the 5th and in the 1st. Outside, ball 3. Facing one of the best in the game tonight, though. He did his thing. And now they try and answer against the San Francisco bullpen. Three-two to Myers, and he got him.
Well, just when you think you're going to get that frisbee slider from Sergio Romo, he pumps a fastball by it, and I guarantee you, he doesn't light up the radar guns, right? That's high 80s, if that.
2 outs for Derek Norris. Strikeout and a flyout since that fielder's choice. Trying to keep it going for Matt Kemp. Strike 1. Oh, the amount of movement on that pitch. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those Nintendo curveballs. It's like starts up and then whoop, the old frisbee. 78 miles an hour. Not overpowering, not a power slider by any means. Just tries to keep the ball away, and he can dot that outside corner with the best of them.
That one's high.
87.
Velocity gets talked about a lot.
Oh.
But
location.
There you go.
Yeah.
Movement.
Hear it all the time. You bet.
Ball and a strike to the Padre catcher. Outside, ball 2.
Romo, born in Brawley, California, lives in Yuma.
Saw him at Petco last year with a bunch of family.
Slider right here. Is he going to double up on the fastball? Fastball. And by that swing, it looked like Derek may have been guessing a little off-speed pitch, don't you think? Fastball. Very late.
Bumgarner struck out Austin Hedges, a pinch hitter, to start the inning. Romo got Will Myers to swing and miss at strike 3. And now a 2-2 pitch coming to Derek Norris.
Slider down and away.
Got him. Bumgarner and Romo combined to strike out this side here in the 8th. We go to the bottom half. San Francisco still a 2-0 lead. Insurance. You could get 2 free Padres tickets. Learn more at mercuryinsurance.com. And by Petco, what we feed them matters. Bottom of the 8th inning at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Nick Vincent out on the hill. Second appearance since being recalled from AAA El Paso on Friday night. Pitched in that game against the Rockies. Finished off the big San Diego victory.
See the splits there, 300, 400 averages, lefties, righties. Nick, when he was down in El Paso working on that cutter, trying to stay on top of it, not working underneath it. It was very flat, he said, when he was pitching earlier in the season. Got to keep the Giants at 2. There are holds when you're ahead, there are holds when you're behind. You got to hold them at 2 runs.
I like that. He's handled Posey well in his career. Buster tonight 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Hits that one to right. Matt Kemp's waiting for it, and he's got it, 1 away. Well, how about Tyson Ross tonight? Bases loaded, 3rd inning. You thought, oh, this thing could get out of hand. He was able to limit the damage there, came back, made some good pitches, and then got on a really nice roll.
Remember the discussion we showed in between innings when he was sitting down with pitching coach Darren Balsley? I tell you what, Tyson Ross, there's the best pitching coach in all of Major League Baseball right there. He said something to him, and he went out and he really made the adjustment and shut down the Giant hitters after that discussion.
Retired the last 10 men to come to the plate as that one just misses Brandon Belt. Tyson Ross had thrown 55 pitches through 3 innings and manages to go 7.
Seemed like he was more online after that discussion. His momentum more towards home plate, therefore online with his release point. Sometimes the most simple phrase, word, whatever can get a pitcher in line.
Big time, especially at the start of a stretch here, a week without any off days. Saved the bullpen a bit. We saw Despaigne up for a moment. Thought you might need some long relief, but
hey, this is a big road trip.
Yeah,
I know it's only May, but hey, important road trip for these Padres.
Hey, happy Star Wars Day, by the way.
May the 4th be with you.
Padres will have Kemp, Upton, and Solarte in the 9th. As Vincent misses to Brandon Belt.
Hey, the Padres, hold them right here. A couple of solo shots to tie it up late.
Hans. Fouled away, 3-2. Belt struck out his last 2 times against Tyson Ross. Reminder the Padres Live, the post-game show coming up after the game. Mike Pomerantz, Mark Sweeney, break down Madison Bumgarner's night, and who knows, maybe talk about a come-from-behind win for the Pods. 3-2 to Belt, and that one's lifted into left center field. It'll get down. Almost exactly right between Upton and Myers. He's going to try for second. The throw from Upton, and he got him. Nice tag from Jed Jerko.
What a beautifully executed play by the Padres. Upton to Jerko. And Jesse, that had to play out perfectly. Come up throwing. And this is a short hop from Jerko to get it down right into the foot of Brandon Belt. That is a big league play, folks. And that's a huge play. He's thinking 2 the whole way. He knows that Upton's got to go to his left. Now he says, uh-oh. And way to hang on, Jed Jerko, to that onion.
It's a really nice tag by Jerko.
It's great.
Almost blindly
Perfect.
having to swing it around there, and he slides right into the glove. Justin Maxwell took ball 1 from Vincent and grounds that one to third. Will Middlebrooks throws him out, and Nick Vincent does his job, keeps it a 2-0 game. We'll go to the 9th. Kemp and Upton coming up. single from Justin Upton in the top of the 7th inning. And why is a leadoff single in the top of the 7th inning the Bill Howe play of the game? How about because it was the first hit of the night for the Padres against Madison Bumgarner, who was spectacular today.
He was, and sometimes you got to tip your cap to the opposing pitcher. Padre hitters just haven't been able to square up that breaking ball. He threw the curveball, the slider, occasional fastballs once in a while, but hit his spots, and that's where you find us right now, trailing by 2.
And now the closer, Santiago Casilla, 7 of 9 in save opportunities so far this year. And he's got to face 3, 4, and 5 in the Padre batting order.
And this is exactly what the Padres want in this situation. If you're going to be trailing by 2 in the 9th, these are the horses you want to come up. Fastball, slider, curveball from Casilla.
You go back to last year, Casilla has converted 26 of his last 29 regular season save opportunities. See if the Padres can get something going. First pitch strike to Matt Kemp.
Well, opponents hitting .302 off Casilla this year. Not overpowering.
The pause, the pitch, and a fly ball to right field. Maxwell makes the catch. That's the first out here in the top of the 9th inning. And Mud, let's take a look back at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Okay, well, when this game started, the big key for Tyson Ross and the pitching staff to contain Pagan, Belt, and Posey, and combined 3 for 9. A couple of singles, a double, and a run batted in, and get Bumgarner up in the strike zone. Well, we just showed you no hits allowed through the first 6 innings. It was this gentleman coming up to the plate that broke it up with a single to left field.
1 for 3 on the night for Upton. He and the man on deck, Yangervis Solarte, the only 2 Padre hits. Back-to-back singles to start the 7th. And he takes strike 1.
You know, Casilla can't get it up there 94, 95.
Nice numbers for Upton in his career against Casilla.
Oh, yeah. I misspoke there a second ago when I said he wasn't that overpowering. I stand corrected.
The 0-1.
And he'll change speeds too, like that one, like there, 92 with some two-seam movement.
Upton yesterday, 3 for 4, a 2-run homer, couple of doubles. Off the end of the bat and right back to Casilla. Ugly. And he's safe. Wow. Casilla and Belt on the most routine of routine can't connect, and Upton with the rarely seen feet first slide into first base. Another San Francisco error, their 4th of the night.
This is why you come to the ballpark and you never know what you're going to see. And a heads-up play by Upton, sliding to try to avoid the tag. Casilla throwing a changeup over there.
They give the air to Belt.
That was an eephus.
Weird play, and the Padres have the tying run at the plate. Solarte, batting left-handed, his preferred side for the first time tonight. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. 4 defensive miscues.
You know, I think that's got to be an error on the throw. An error is an error. That's got to be an error on the throw. Come on.
Strange.
Hey, either way you look at it, it's a free base runner for San Diego and a chance to do some damage.
That's the main thing right now. Solarte takes a strike.
Oh, that ball's off the plate.
Two out of his 9 chances have gone the other way. Big swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
That's what Casilla will do. He'll dice that plate up on the inside corner, outside corner, then drop that breaking ball as Jeremy Affeldt, the left-hander, heats up. Here it is. He missed with location on this one too. He wanted to backdoor that one.
Ball and 2 strikes to Solarte. Did he check his swing? He did not.
Well, I hate to say it, he went
Joe West rings him up. Second out for Casilla, and now Jed Jerko. First pitch swinging, fly ball to right. Maxwell is there, and the ball game is over. The Giants a 2-0 victory over the Padres in the opening game of this series. Plenty more to come. Mike Pomerantz, what do you got?